Hey guys, Steven here, Fanatic Perspective. Happy Sunday, happy Victory Sunday. What a wonderful, beautiful weekend. Traveling back home to the DFW area. Texas wins. The Dallas Cowboys win. The Dallas Cowboys win today over the Washington Commanders, 25-10. Commanders broke out the All Blacks, the debut of the All Blacks, for their funeral today, so they dressed appropriately. Cooper Rush, 3-0 as a starter for Dallas this year, 4-0 overall. Wonderful start for him and this football team just getting back on track. I know I haven't made Cowboys content in a while. I do plan to pick it up and, get back to more of a regular basis, even previews and whatnot. I was really, really down after week one and everything that transpired, but I have to give credit where credit is due. And it starts on the defensive end. They set the tone with their pressure and how they apply pressure on quarterbacks, whether it's Daniel Jones, whether it's Carson Wentz today, whether it was Joe Burrow in week two, and really Tom Brady even in week one. I mean, I think with all the frustration with Kellen Moore and Dak and all the offensive crap that we dealt with in week one, they held that Tampa Bay team led by Tom Brady to 19 points. And this defense has been amazing this season, and we are getting incredible football from Donovan Wilson, Micah Parsons, Tank Lawrence, just across the board, Trayvon Diggs, and there's a lot of guys we got to brag on, but this Cowboys team now being at 3-1, 2 back-to-back divisional wins, and just getting right back into the rhythm and the groove of last year. Went 6-0 in the division last year, 2-0 to start this year. So, we're on the right track here. Quick shout out to the sponsor, busr.com/Fanatic, the official sponsor, the official sportsbook, the official betting partner of Fanatic Perspective. Guys, if you want to take advantage and you're looking for a reliable betting partner, look no further than BUSR. We got a new site up. I'll have the link here in the description. But wonderful, wonderful, wonderful partner. Again, reliable. Getting my bets in today. Getting my bets in yesterday for college football. Taking Texas 7.5, kind of last minute when that went down, and taking advantage, right? And so BUSR are always there to take care of us and, again, take advantage. Look, this team is led by the defense right now. And I think what we're seeing from the Cowboys is they have figured out how to play complementary football. And they have figured out how to play complementary football in terms of mistake-free, not beating ourselves, good common sense football. Even though we're not scoring crazy points, we had 20 against the Bengals, 23 last week, 25 this week, which is fine. But when you're holding people 20 and below, when you're holding people in the teens, in the NFL, you should have an opportunity to win every single Sunday. And when you're playing mistake-free football on the offensive end, and you have a play caller in Kellen Moore and a head coach in Mike McCarthy who have now gotten on the same page in terms of, hey, we can't do the end-around stuff. We can't do some of the nonsense we've been doing. But we will have opportunities to take shots. We will just take what the defense gives us. And so I think the last 3 weeks, really, quite frankly, regardless of personnel that's been in there, we've had guys come and go on the offensive line. Michael Gallup came back today. Dalton Schultz came back today. Neither of them played in the Giants game on Monday night. And no matter who's in there, I do think we are doing a better job offensively of just playing common sense football and really finding an identity around power run. Now today we didn't run the football great. We averaged less than 3 yards per carry. Now some of that was penalty yardage and things of that sort, but at least having that as your staple, you're going against Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen. That's going to be tough, even with Chase Young out on the Commanders side. But just the ability to utilize Zeke right out of the backfield. He opens the game with a big 31-yard run and play action because you were consistently trying to establish the run. It makes it easier for Cooper Rush, these defined reads, to find holes that are wide open in the zone. CeeDee Lamb, how many times today did we see CeeDee Lamb one-on-one with a linebacker and we're able to take advantage? That's food for us, right? Michael Gallup, when he gets one-on-one in some of these situations, that's food for us. So just taking what the defense gives us, good common sense football, nothing crazy. And that's how we're supposed to beat teams like the Giants, like the Commanders. That's exactly what we're supposed to do. Now, where it's fun is really on the defensive side of the football. And I've been the guy, for a minute now, talking about how undervalued Tank Lawrence is. And I hope people are seeing what he's doing, especially on early downs, rundowns. Look, he got a lot on one-on-ones in the Giants game and was able to eat. And we see the attention that Micah is starting to get. And Micah's going to have to adjust to doubles and triples and guys all over him. And I think that's where Dan Quinn can also help him out, maybe moving him back off ball, having some of that unpredictability, because I don't want Micah to get, we love him playing that edge when he's able to generate the pressure he's able to generate, but at the same token, we want to keep him on the field. His body is not necessarily built for that type of banging around in the trenches the way a DeMarcus Lawrence or a Dante Fowler or Dorrance Armstrong is built, right? So just maintaining some of that creativity, and I saw us move around, Micah a little bit more, but we can be strategic with that because of personnel. I also want to give, the front office some credit in terms of Dorrance, in terms of Noah Brown and some of these other guys that are stepping up and playing good football for us. The scouting department, Deron Bland gets an interception today. That's a late round pick out of Fresno State that is already contributing in an NFL game. That's what we do year in, year out. The scouting department led by Will McClay. So fantastic job. And while there's things we definitely have to clean up, we definitely don't want to, against the better teams, starting with the Rams and the Eagles and some of the people we will have to play on the schedule, we can't afford to continue to kick field goals or not capitalize or stall in big moments of the game the way we have. But we're also not turning the football over. We also are, flipping the field and just being smarter. The kicking game has come along with Brett Maher. He's been impressive. And, really since my rant, this team has played clean football. Now, they're beating teams they're supposed to beat, and they're dominating the line of scrimmage. Gallimore, I know Bahana went down today. Tristan Hill made some plays today. Sam Williams has flashed at times. Dante Fowler is flashing. Even married with our secondary, because I must give this man his flowers, and I'm sick and tired of the disrespect on Trayvon Diggs' name. Put some respect on Trayvon Diggs' name. Why do y'all keep trying this, brother? He showed you what it was against Scary Terry last year. Y'all didn't want to hear it. Y'all want to talk about bullshit yards. Y'all want to talk about touchdowns that don't exist that he gives up. But all I see every single week is this brother making plays on the football that other corners aren't coming up with. End of the half, Carson Wentz gives it up. What other corner are you seeing out here that can turn and run and transition into being a receiver the way Trayvon Diggs does effortlessly? Huh? Please tell me. I don't see him out there like that. There's a lot of good corners in the league. I'm not trying to say he's the best or anything like that. But this brother's a playmaker. This brother iced the Giants game on a very difficult interception, and he's an opportunist, and he takes advantage of that, and I love having him on my football team. And I will say this, he is getting better. He's not giving up some of that easy stuff anymore. He's not giving up some of the free candy anymore. Trayvon is balling. I love the way he played football today. Love the way he played football today. And the thing is, it empowers other guys. It empowers the Deron Blands. It empowers the Anthony Browns, right? The Kelvin Josephs of the world. We got McComo in there playing safety in there for the Jaron Kearse role. Guys stepping up all over the place, and we have to also give our flowers to Dan Quinn and the job he's done on the defensive side. And Mike McCarthy keeping the ship steady, keeping Kellen under control. I gave Mike McCarthy a lot of flack about not knowing our offensive lingo and language and things of that sort. But one thing a head coach can do is say, hey, I may not know what XYZ is called, but I know I don't want to see an end around at the 30 anymore. I know I don't want to see y'all get cute on 3rd and 1, run the fucking ball, right? And so there's certain things he can communicate and lock in on with Kellen Moore, with the quarterback, whether it's Cooper Rush and eventually Dak Prescott as he comes back, to say, hey, this is how we're going to play football. This is how we're built. This is our identity. This is how we're going to use Zeke. Hey, I want to see, hey, Kellen, I want to see 20 in there. Let's get Tony Pollard involved. You didn't have a great game today or anything like that, but just continue to have these guys in the mix and mixed in is imperative to our success. I know a lot of people are going to try to, jump on the television drama and things of that sort about, is there a quarterback controversy in Dallas and all that type of stuff. Dak Prescott is still QB1, okay? Look, the guy won 12 games last year, set a franchise record for touchdowns, and was dropping 50 points, 40 points on some of these division games. All right, let's stop that. But I also will say this. I don't want, just because that's where that's how I think, that's what I think they will do and should do. That doesn't take anything away from what Cooper Rush is doing and the professional effort and just being on time, being a game manager and running the offense. I think some of the challenges that Dak had trying to be Superman at times and some of the over processing and being so ingrained in this offense for the same amount of time that Kellen Moore has been, they really operate as peers at times. Maybe him taking a step back and saying, hey, I need to take an approach what some of these other veteran quarterbacks have done and lay off, maybe not adjust everything at the line of scrimmage. That's the only critique I really have for Dak as he comes back and gets comfortable and works his way in. That's still our leader and one of our best football players right alongside, Zach Martin and Micah Parsons and Trayvon Diggs and all those guys. So we still need our top guys back. We're not having conversations about Michael Gallup replacing Noah Brown because Michael Gallup's back and welcome back, Michael Gallup. Welcome back, right? Much needed. That's somebody who we definitely could have used in the 49ers game, in the playoff game with his skill set. So as we get healthier and get our guys back in there, it's just great to have these wins and stack them up and, get ready for that first matchup with the Eagles, right? As they come back today and beat the Jaguars. And that's somebody who we are keeping our eye on, but things have turned around. I'm pleased with what I see from the Cowboys. I love watching. Let me make this clear. I love watching this defense. They're a fun watch. They get after the quarterback. They've got to clean up their run fits. We know they're built to hunt. They're built to hunt the quarterbacks. They're built to play the pass. But they can't continue to give up outside contain and give up the edges. Those were issues today that definitely need to get cleaned up, because I will say Philadelphia, as balanced as they are, will take advantage. The Rams love to run stretch outside zone, split zone. Those teams like that will take advantage. Okay, so we have to consider, especially the last 2 weeks against the Giants and the Commanders, the level of opponent. But you still have to come out and execute every single week, right? I mean, there's surprises happening really every time block that the NFL is showing games. And so just the Cowboys just being consistent in that manner, that speaks to what Stephen Jones wanted to accomplish. So I'm not going to give them any flack about that today, but we definitely want to keep it up. We'll pay attention to what the Rams are doing on Monday night against the 49ers as we gear up to play them. We'll see when Dak, makes his return and works back into being in rhythm with this team. But I like the path where we're headed. I really, really do. Very pleased. Shout out to my brother for giving me this straight out of Cowboys Nation t-shirt for my birthday. Appreciate it back in August, but finally got a chance to rock it. And again, shout out to the sponsor, BUSR, busr.com/Fanatic, the official sportsbook, official betting partner of Fanatic Perspective. Heading back home. Awesome weekend. Awesome victory Sunday. Lots of content coming this week, y'all. Tap in. We back up on TikTok too. Follow on there. Fanatic Perspective on TikTok. We everywhere, baby. We worldwide. All right. Hey, guys, remember, How about them? How about them Cowboys? Peace.